Here we go.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small. No, no, no.
Kiss my entire ass.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
I'm gonna get a cappuccino soon. I'm gonna strangle somebody.
Revenge, the sweetest morsel to the mouth that ever was cooked in hell. Watch me die. Holy moly, it's morning. It is 6:32 in the a.m. and the doctor is in. So I was up this morning. I was inking some work and I had some thoughts. And the thoughts went a little something like this. One, I need coffee. So yeah, we took care of that. Thought number 2 was, holy cow, how can I possibly be this sexy? Thought number 3 was, has anyone ever changed anyone's mind on social media? And the obvious answer to that is, I don't think so. So then that leads to thought number 3. Why bother arguing with it? So there's kind of a couple of sides to that, isn't there? One is, excuse me, the sure and certain knowledge that you're going to fail doesn't always mean that the battle is not worth fighting. The other side of that is, to keep doing the same thing and expect different results is the definition of insanity. Talking about social issues, political issues, whatever you want to call it. You're never going to change anyone's mind on Facebook or Twitter or wherever. So how do we affect positive change? Well, that happens at the kitchen table, I think, in the home, family, among friends. And I think if I had to stretch my brain, that's why certain movements out there list among their priorities the destruction of the nuclear family. They don't want families raising their own kids. They want society to raise kids. But you see, the other side of that is when you start coming for our kids, the actual more tolerant people have always been the conservatives. We won't tolerate you coming for the kids. That ain't going to happen. We let it happen in college. We've let it trickle down to high school. Yeah, that's about far enough. the never-ending messaging of pop culture, social media moderation, translation censorship. All of it has a single direction, maybe not a single impetus, maybe not a single mastermind behind it. Dr. Evil hiding back there somewhere. So is it still worth it to have the discussions? Yeah. To stop this garbage that's going on in our culture, this woke brain disease. Yeah, it's worth it, but you're not going to accomplish it in the little battles on social media. The places you make a difference are with your kids in your own home, in your own circle of relationships, friends, maybe not coworkers, because I remember in the workplace, I don't want to hear any of this garbage at all. None. I'm there to work. My thoughts at 6:36 in the morning, Wednesday, March 8th. And good morning. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing. So Pariah is currently and very quickly got above 50% funded. So I'm very pleased with that. Very grateful to those who have seen something of value in the book, or maybe just wanted to support this young kid's crazy dreams. Got to say, overall, been having a lot of trouble with Indiegogo. I am shadow banned. I remain shadow banned. And now, for whatever reason, on the campaign site, at least for me, I can't get the video to play. If I go to YouTube, it'll play. So I know there's nothing wrong with the video. And if I share the link to the video, you can hit the link and it'll play for you. But it doesn't work through Indiegogo. I don't know why. I'm not a technological person. I'm an analog man in a digital world. And I'm kind of sort of okay with that. I like my vinyl LPs. I like my old school can openers. They actually open cans. I like big block muscle cars. Engines with carburetors, not computers. Home security system should be a big dog in your Second Amendment rights. Doesn't mean I don't like tech. I do. Obviously, I'm sitting here using it. I'm just not good at it. And tech doesn't like me. And that's a two-way street, by the way. It doesn't like me. I don't like it right back. But it started it. It's going to be a good day today. But let me tell you about my yesterday. Can't turn my music on because it clips this microphone. I could, but I had to put my headphones on, and I don't like wearing them. Again, see the previous comment about technology. You ever had one of those days? This was my yesterday, where every little thing was a struggle. I mean, everything. Putting on your shoes, walking across a floor. Every little thing I did yesterday was met with an equal and opposite reaction. That shouldn't be surprising because, laws of physics and all. But holy cow, it was one thing after another. So started in the morning, I'm pouring some coffee. Now, ordinarily, coffee cups are not rubber. So when I sat my coffee cup down, I didn't throw it, and it bounced off the counter and broke on the floor. Well, that was uncalled for. All right, so step 2, let's clean that up. Go to get the paper towels, try to pull some off the roll, and instead, the not brand new roll, the pages are stuck together, the sheets are stuck together, and it pulls the whole roll off the counter. Well, that's just lovely. So I'll fight that little battle and win it. Soak up the coffee, clean up the mess. It's while I'm down there that I notice that the little latch on the dishwasher is in a certain direction. That means the wife has run it. So I'm going to empty it. Yeah. Go to empty it. The first thing I grab is a little pot that we make gravy in when we have gravy. Yeah, and it apparently has 4 cups of water somehow hidden inside the handle, and it pours out on my bare foot, which is really a thrill. It's not painful. Wham, wham, wham. But it's just one thing after another, so I'm like, God dang it, I cleaned that mess up. I dry the pot. I put it away. I come back to my studio to do some work. And somehow the edge of the little cheap rug I keep down on the floor in here so I don't get paint everywhere has curled up. It hasn't curled up in this 13 years it's been there, but it decided to curl up this time and I trip over it. I don't fall. I just stumble. But still, it's at this point I begin to conclude that life is out to get me. The day went like that all day. No one big thing. Death by 1,000 cuts. One little thing after another, after another, after another, all day long. You reach a point when you recognize what's going on, and you've got to say, okay, maybe it's time to just sit down and regroup and pull back from this. Let me disengage from trying to accomplish something. Literally like jogging in quicksand. Same kind of feeling. It's exhausting, so I stopped. Picked up a book, and I read for the rest of the day. Then I remembered this is every day of our lives. Me, you, everybody. Everything we do, every effort we make is a force of will. We're always pushing against something, and the somethings are always pushing back. Just my tolerance for it yesterday was very low. So why was that? I thought to myself. I said, self, why do you feel this way? Answer, because you're really, really tired. You need a good night's sleep. So yeah, I did that. A little self-maintenance. So we're a little better today. Anybody that's ever done carpentry or worked on a car has experienced the phenomenon of whatever tool you just had in your hand that you put down in a very limited area because you can't reach anywhere else, only to have that tool vanish out of the space-time continuum, knows what I mean. It happens to artists too. You put down the paintbrush you were just using and now it's gone. It no longer exists. Scotty beamed that shit up. It's gone. The everyday little things. I don't use a weed eater. Not the ones with the little cord on them, because mine runs for 2 seconds. The cord breaks and then I have to spend 5 minutes fixing it. 2 seconds, 5 minutes, 2 seconds, 5 minutes. So I went and got a gas powered weed eater and I put those freaking nylon blades on there that never break. Use that. Well, you all know what's coming next. then the engine dies. Because, of course, it does. These are the struggles that we face. Good morning. Kind of easing into the day. God, my light in here is terrible. Hold on a second. Gotta blow my snot. Fighting a sneeze. I don't know how we fight a sneeze. They feel good. Just go ahead and sneeze. You'll feel better. Yeah, the lighting in here is shit. And I finally realized I kept looking. Where is this intense washout light coming from? Duh, it's coming from the screen. Yeah, that's attractive. Let's don't do that again. Let's see who's messaging me this morning. Usually the wife when she gets to work. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do that. Well, she has a meeting this morning, so she hasn't had time to think of anything yet. Nothing. I want nothing. So I started watching Better Call Saul. Never watched it. Saw enough clips on YouTube. Yeah, maybe this is worth watching. Well, you know, I'm 5 or 6 episodes in. And it's okay. I understand it gets better later on, so I'm willing to give it a chance as long as it's not bad. And it's not bad. It's just not great yet. Hey, Billy. Good morning to you, sir. Great show. Yeah, I wasn't really keen on watching the other thing. What is that? Breaking Bad or whatever it's called. Just because that actor has pissed me off with his verbal diarrhea here in the press lately. Not really a TV watcher. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to get into shows these days. Yep. Now, so far, like I said, it's okay. I'm enjoying it. So, Billy, let me ask you, when does he change his name from Jimmy whoever to, what's his name? Saul Goodman. When does he change names? Like the way he dealt with the crazy couple that did the embezzling, the Kettlemans. That was just in the last season, really? Okay. Better Call Saul. No, I have to check it out. Well, I mean, I'm already checking it out. The last TV show that I think I actually got into, I enjoyed Game of Thrones until it went sideways. And I enjoyed, of all things, I enjoyed Downton Abbey. I did not think that I would, but I did. Mostly on the strength of Maggie Smith's acting. She's incredible. Just a crazy old lady. I love her. But yeah, just not really a big TV watcher. I watch YouTube. I watch documentaries. I wonder if there's a way to darken this screen. Let's see if this works. No, not much. Hey, good morning, Shadowhawk. Hope you had a great birthday yesterday. Flash, yeah, it does. And, you know, I don't mind that as long as it's intelligently done. And there are times when there'll be a prequel glimpse in the story or a flashback, whatever I don't need them to always connect the dots for me. I'm a smart person. I can figure out between the two. Yeah. Yep. Back when he was still, is that when he was still Slippin' Jimmy? I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy going where the writer tells me to go, as long as he is competent at the wheel. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you got somebody you trust to ride with, let them drive, but you don't trust a whole lot of drivers. It's kind of where I'm at with it. Oh, the old Shadowhawk's starting to get a little old. You're right, Billy. I don't trust Hollywood. I don't trust mainstream media. It's hard to trust anything that's broadcast at you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I see something happen with my own eyes, I know what I saw. All the gaslighting that goes on, I'm not with that. Good morning. Good morning, Carrie. I left the damn trap door open. She slid out of the bottom. Hope you're doing well. Let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's about 11 o'clock where you're at. Yeah, 11:30. Oh, almost 12. No, almost 11. You're 5 hours ahead. So it's still good morning to you, Carrie. Yeah, there you go. Billy says he just got off work. Yeah. So here's my question. What do they call them? Flats in England? I hear you, Billy. I mean, apartment, what we call them here, it's apartment. I don't know why they call them that either, because they're not apart. They're all together apart. They should call them compartments. Well, Carrie, it's complicated. I would have to mansplain it to you. Give myself clever points for that one. Fry on Blood and Mud is over 50% funded right now. Billy says he likes flat bottom girls. Yeah, no. Billy, what are you thinking? Pardon me. Let's see, what in the world am I getting notifications for? So what was for breakfast, Carrie? What did you have this morning? I haven't had mine yet. Thinking about it. Not really hungry yet. I know I got a lot of work to do today. Got a commission I got to finish and get out the door. We got the, I need to go check something over on the campaign page. Let's see. So the Jim O'Reilly alternate cover is in. It is not yet colored. My thinking is we're going to get Matt Krotz to do the colors again. But check this out. There's Bill O'Reilly's alternate cover for Pariah Blood and Mud. That just looks fantastic. Beautiful work. All righty then. I'm not even sure what that means. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. You guys go give the campaign page a look. It's pinned in the description. I'm tickled with it. I think it looks great. You know, Jim had a lot going on, hit him all at one time, COVID, and then he lost a good friend, and all this stuff hit him at one time, and he still delivered. He's one heck of a great artist and even a better person. So the great Jim O'Reilly, I'm so honored to have him on my campaign. I forgot my beverage, my other beverage. I had hot and cold running caffeine. I think I forgot one. So you guys, in your experience, let me ask this question because I was talking about it before anyone started commenting. You ever see anybody actually change anybody's mind on social media through arguing? Ever? Ever? I haven't. But then the second question is it still worth it to fight? Oh, here we go. Children, listen, I will turn this stream around and take us right back home. Billy, you won one once? I mean, you actually changed someone's mind, which is the whole point of a debate. Over what? Ice cream? Tell me. I want to know. Also, here's another thought. I posted this on Twitter. There's a big part of me that just wants to pencil book 2, sketch it. All those beautiful gradations you can get with shading with a pencil or charcoal versus inking, and just publish it in the raw. What are your thoughts on that? Or do you think it has to be inked? I mean, I don't mind inking, but it certainly, it's different and it presents a different look to art. Would love to know your thoughts. Maybe mixed media, maybe a little bit of both. That's a thought, isn't it? Talk to me, chat. Carrie, how did you wind up in this bizarre world of independent comic creators? Billy is a creator, so I get it. See, Shadowhawk said, yeah. See, I think it can work. I talked to an Indian chief and how stupid they write. So I declared that useful idiots for another corrupt political side. Yeah. But what about penciled sequential art, Carrie? You open a book and it's telling you a story in comic book format. Yeah. You know, you can make valid points all day long, and each side will call the other names most of the time. You're a Kool-Aid drinker, you're woke, you're this, you're that. And everything that, for instance, if I were in that debate or discussion or argument, everything I could say could be 100% true. Well, then you fit right in here. You are certainly welcome. I did a video last year wherein on someone's stream, I was told I didn't have nerd clout that I was a normie. And I'm like, okay, first of all, why do I feel offended about that? Because when I was growing up, if somebody called you a nerd, you punched them. But then it was like, what? I don't have nerd clout? So I went and got the posters and hung them up. There's my clout. Nerd culture. If that includes liking the Lord of the Rings, okay. I enjoyed past tense comic books before they went woke. And I enjoy good sci-fi. Please hear the qualifier, good. The last good sci-fi that I saw was the Battlestar Galactica reboot with, what's his name? What's the guy's name that played Adama? What is his name, chat? Help me. Edward James Olmos. That dude acted like a real commanding officer, and I've served in the military. Shadowhawk says, I have lots of nerd cred. Carrie says, be proud to be a nerd. I've embraced nerd culture, if that's what we're talking about. But it's just funny to me, though. I mean, think about it, Shadowhawk. We're of a similar age. Back when we were kids, man, in school, if somebody called you a nerd, you'd fight. We got to throw word. We're gonna have to throw fists. Sorry, you can't diss me like that. It's a nerd look life for me. But here is the truth. It's strange to me that in this nerd culture there are so many wonderful people, and there are so many people that I have enjoyed meeting since I, like you, Carrie, stumbled into this world. I was told if you're going to do a book, you got to have a YouTube channel about it. Well, I already had a YouTube channel for my fine art. I knew that was a losing proposition. Those audiences do not mix. They don't. So I was like, all right. So I started this one. And it's now bigger than the other one. And the other one took 3 or 4 years to get where it was at. But in this community that I find myself in these days, it's like, there's some really good people here. Now there's some assholes too, but you got to kind of understand, we have to understand there are good and bad people in every little group of people. I mean, you remember when you were in school, you had like 3 of you hanging out, and there was always that friend of your friend that you didn't like for whatever reason. Well, you can rest assured that other friend didn't like you either. There was one guy that ran in our crowd back in the day, high school. I joined the Navy and I went away, and I stayed gone for a while. Turns out that guy that I didn't like in the group, he ended up in prison because he killed somebody. Okay, my instincts were right about him. What a turd. Trust your instincts when you're young, boys and girls. Sing it, Billy. Sing it. Bullocks. So I was having I shared earlier, I was having a terrible day yesterday. It wasn't any one bad thing that happened. It was a million little things. Death by 1,000 cuts. And I gave up. I said, that's it. Grabbed a good book and read myself to sleep. And the wife went to bed early. I didn't want to keep her up. So I went and I can either go in the guest bedroom or go get on the couch. Well, the couch has a better TV. So I put on some just background music on YouTube and grabbed a good book, read myself to sleep. Woke up in a much better mood today. I usually tell my wife, because when I do my painting live streams on Facebook, she hosts. You know, she sits here off camera at the computer. She reads the comments to me while I'm back there painting. And if I need coffee, I'll say, honey, I'm going to get some coffee. Tell them that one joke you know. It pisses her off. Hey, Lee. It's all right, brother. Everybody has a bad day every now and then. I'm not somebody who has bad days. As far as, I mean, everybody has bad days, but typically I don't react to bad days in any kind of negative way. I just do the next thing, whatever the next thing is. Well, yesterday was just, I let it get under my skin. I mean, a lot. I was, and I recognize in myself my limitations. When I start getting snippy and angry, it's time to just shut down, close down. The shop is closed. The dock is down for repairs. See, cigarette just went out. Like, you spill something, my buddy will go, well, of course. My typical response is, well, it's a good thing that happened. I don't know what I would have done with my day if I hadn't spilled this drink all over the floor. You know, you ever have those days? Please tell me it's not just me. It's a good thing that happened. You're taking the trash out. You make it all the way to the bin outside. The bag bursts as you lift it to go into the bin. Of course that happened. Thank you. It's a good thing that happened. I don't know what I would have done with the next 20 minutes if it weren't for the opportunity to clean up this shit twice. Because the first time was when I put it in the trash can. You ever have those days? Please tell me it's not just me. Shadowhawk, you got to help me here. Billy, Lee, Carrie, somebody tell me. Of course that happened. I remember I was packing bearings on a U-joint on the side of the road. If you ever pack bearings, you know. That's well said, Lee. And every time I get all the bearings standing up along the cylinder and get ready to put it on, one of them would go ding and fall over. Just one. Ding. Just enough to stop the procedure. And you got to be so careful because I'm pulled over on the side of the road on Hilton Head Island. There's sand. If it falls in the sand, the whole shooting match is over. Took hours to get it in the blazing sun under the car. Right on. That's just life, right? Anyway, finally got it done. But it was tink, I twitch. What's up, PayPal? No bad days in vodka. Vodka gives me bad days. Everybody's got that one liquor they don't mess with. I don't mess with vodka. Okay, all right. You know, that may be profound or a little sadistic. I'm not sure which, but you do you, big boy. How you doing this morning, PayPal? Good to see you. So I'm up to, by the way, 5 now contractors. All I've asked for from these people, come give me an estimate on repairs to the damage the tornado did to my roof and to the living room where the front door blew open and the tornado blew in a mountain of water. Just give me an estimate in writing. That's all I need. The first one promised to show up 3 days in a row and never showed up. I got stood up. The second one showed up, Johnny on the spot. Came out, did a thorough inspection, and then he hand wrote on a piece of notebook paper his estimate. Took a photo of it and texted it to me. I said, I need that on a letterhead, dude. because that's what FEMA said. And he said, that's what I give everybody. That should be good enough for you. Are you shitting me? That's how you do business? Okay, next. Next guy didn't show up. The fourth guy showed up. He'll do the roof, but he doesn't do floors. Well, then I don't need you. So today, number 6 is going to show up. We'll see. Still a little drunk. We'll see. Contrast that with my neighbor right over there. Having a good sub to look forward to is the secret to life. Billy, that may be the most profound shit I've heard all day. What the hell was I saying before that derailed me? Oh, we'll see how this contractor does. My neighbor, that's what I'm going to say. Not only did she get an estimate, she had FEMA come out, okay the estimate, stroke the check. Her repairs are done. I said, did you send your contractor over here to me? Yeah. She sends him over. He goes, I only do roofs. Oh, shit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to form my own company. I'm going to form my own company, do my own estimate, type it up on a letterhead, and take that to FEMA. Because I'm going to do the repairs myself. Which means, by the way, that the roof will look like a thatched barn deep in medieval Europe. And the floors will be nothing resembling right angled, but it'll be done. One thing after another. So somebody do me a favor, if you don't mind, any of you guys. When I went to Indiegogo this morning and I looked at the campaign, the video won't play. Somebody go over there and tell me if it plays for you or not. Uh-oh. Billy is extremely concerned for Carrie's well-being. You listen, I hear you, man. And here's the thing, man. I just put a new roof on last year. New roof. Thousands of dollars. I called that dude. Yeah, I'll come over. No show. It was Irene that got me. Before this, there was Hurricane Irene. Irene poked a hole in my roof too, knocked a tree down. But that was an easy fix. I got up there and fixed it myself. As a matter of fact, when they laid the new roof on, the dude said, he said, dude, your patch would have outlasted the rest of the roof. Here I am in this chat, within this chat. Why do I feel like a Dr. Seuss poem is going to follow? Carrie, get back in the basement. It's always pleasant to wake up and have coffee with you guys. The wife and I have a cup or two together before she leaves for work. But we've been together so long, we just spend it quietly, enjoying each other's company. We might exchange one or two words, but I don't get to use my conversational skills all day because I'm here by myself all day. Let me out. So you guys are my surrogate. It used to be that I would get in my car and I would go down to a local coffee shop and I would sit outside, smoke cigars, drink coffee, caught up with the morning crowd down there. I just got out of the habit of doing it because coffee's gotten so expensive down there, man. You kidding me? 2 cups down there, I could have bought a bag of coffee and done it myself here at home. Although I do kind of miss the crowd down there sometimes. My fine art community that I'm still a part of. I still teach art, at the academy. One of the painters, that's a really weird community you hang out with. Yeah, but they're nicer than the fine art community. I like them better. They're nicer people for the most part. Good stuff, Billy. Good stuff. Billy, are you just waiting for Stephen to have his schedule free to start your stuff? Or you guys already turning and burning? I don't even know what the weather's supposed to do here today. Let's see. Let me look it up. Let I look it up real quick. Currently 48 degrees, 43% humidity. Winds out of the northwest at 3 miles per hour. Yeah, but I want to know what's it going to do today. There we go. Hourly. A high today of 65. Mostly cloudy, but 0% chance of rain. All right. I can live with that. I can live with that. Yeah, very true. Dude, man, when I used to have to do showings, it's like they want to call this nerd culture. Go hang around at a gallery opening. That's the nerdiest nerd you've ever seen in your life. More pages to type, but the first issue is done. All right, cool. Like you go in and at a gallery opening, there's always this pretension. They're going to have the little finger foods and they try to be fancy. And it's usually terrible. And nobody really wants it. They're going to have wine that nobody drinks, And then there's a bunch of people that are just dressed up and they're just standing around looking at the art and chit-chatting. I'm like, I want to go in and go, hey, my art's over there on that wall. Go over there and buy something. I don't like them. I don't like going. I don't. But you're the spotlight artist. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to be there. I don't want to. You can't make me. You ever put down the remote control to anything and it just vanishes? Vanished. Gone. Happened to me. Fortunately, my phone has a Fire TV remote built into it, so I can use it. Oh my God, yes. Look, I've had so many people. What's the meaning of your painting? It's a fucking landscape painting. There is no meaning to it. There's no message. There's no meaning. Now, if you're an artist that likes to do that stuff and put some abstract meaning in your art, that's fine. You do that. My paintings are pretty straightforward. It's a bridge going across some water. What's the meaning of it? It's a bridge going across water. That's the meaning of it. And that's why I have a hard time going to the gallery opening. Some pretentious person will come up and ask me that. And they're obviously a rich person and they might buy the painting. So I don't want to be rude to them because that's my income. But what you want to say is, what's wrong with your head? Somebody's going to find this video one day, back when I go back to doing paintings and gallery exhibitions. They're going to bring this up, and I'm not going to sell any more paintings. Chances are. But I'll say this too. Thanks to social media and the internet, you don't really have to do gallery showings. Once upon a time, artists needed galleries. Now galleries need artists because we can sell just as much online. I have sold far more paintings through social media than I have ever sold in a gallery. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. Well, I take that back. A contractor actually showed up. So I'm going to cut this one short and go out here and talk to this guy. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Go check out Pariah Blood and Mud. And as always, have a great day. Bye.